An odd sickness falls over a town infested with pests. An unlikely trio must solve this curious case to save the city in the Rats of Brokenhelm.
This is actually called The Rats of Waterdeep. It's by Lysa Penrose and Will Doyle. Shout out to them. Thank you for making this lovely little thing. We're changing the name, though. This is going to be The Rats of Brokenhelm. So, Brokenhelm is the largest city in the region. Okay. It is a port city, and it is right next to the ocean. It is full of decadent nobles and powerful guilds. It attracts thousands of visitors every single day. And there's an army of watchmen that patrol the streets. There is a sprawling sewer system with who knows what under there. It's New York. Alright, it's New York. You have gangs. You have police, you have powerful nobles, you have powerful guilds. Alright, you guys can go around, tell me your characters, tell me what you're all about.
Okay, my character's name is Tabuu.
Well, that's too bad.
He's
I would have loved to have known it.
Ha, funny. He's a human warlock. He's been living in the city all his life. And the most notable feature about him is he's both a sadist and a masochist and a serial killer. And I'm amazed no one's caught him yet.
Well, this'll be fun!
And suddenly Tabuu dies out of nowhere because fuck you, DM. Alright, Chris, you?
Yeah, my guy's also a serial killer.
No. My character is Gargan Steelfist. He is a Goliath fighter, and he actually is from outside the city, and just happens to be in town at the moment. He, for the most part, just wanders around protecting mostly those he feels needs it, but otherwise just pretty much doing what he can for his home's sake.
So you're in town, you're trading probably, you're trying to get some stuff. And
well,
you're going to eventually kill him. I can see it already.
Well, he's not, he doesn't do trading, no. He's more the...
He's a wandering adventurer?
He's a wandering fighter that, while he doesn't intentionally look for fights, any fights that come his way, he will...
Now, there's a reason Tabuu hasn't been caught yet. People don't necessarily know he's a sadist.
Alright, RJ.
Alright. My character, his name is Trellyn. He is a high elf. That's just like your opinion, man. And I dual-classed, actually, so he's a fighter and a wizard.
Not allowed.
Well, so that's too bad. Because I'll take you're not allowed. And
gods have spoken!
I take you're not allowed and raise you a fuck off.
Get out of my apartment.
And the most notable thing about Trellyn is probably the fact that he's the goddamned prince of the fucking region. His full title is Prince Trellyn of Sciles. Sciles being the region. This is more like modern...
Feels like an awful lot of retconning all of a sudden.
No, this is... I asked him about this earlier if I could... I asked him about the...
It's Loop 2.0.
So basically, the way it works is it's similar to modern England, where the nobility, the royalty, is more of celebrities than actual political figures with power. Because I asked Ray about it, and he said that it's more of a democratically run society. So, pretty much, basically, he's a celebrity, and since he doesn't really have a ton of actual responsibilities given that, he kind of spent his time deciding that he wanted to try and do something, go out and do things, and so he's been training for that, and he decided the best way to do that is to split his time between learning how to fight and learning how to spellcast, hence the dual class.
Indeed.
Okay.
So.
Oh, I forgot to mention my patron's the Demogorgon.
Of course it is.
Oh, God. I'm gonna love this session.
Sword Captain Arvin Marrow summons you to the City Watch office in the Castle Ward. When you guys enter, the sergeant is seated at her desk, and her intern and detective in training, Watchman Bogart Locks, is staring out the window and muttering to himself. The sky was gray and grim in Brokenhelm that day. Gray as the faces of those poor souls stuck behind the quarantine barricade down the docks. Grim as them, too. The mystery of the rat pox, Docks disease, pest plague. This case had a lot of nicknames. About the only thing it had more of was dead ends.
Oh my God.
Why are you reading this like a sleazy detective?
I know, that's
like a
what I'm
sleazy
thinking.
1930s detective. Like fucking
we were about
Dick
to give up when they walked into a tavern. Armor gleaming like it's fresh off the rack, with the tag still on it. I didn't know who they were, but they looked like trouble. I love it. I'm sorry.
No.
The DM is just so into this story.
I'm just thinking of Calvin and Hobbes right now.
Tracer.
All right.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, welcome in. Come in. Take a seat where you feel comfortable. This is my intern and detective in training, Watchman Bogart Locks. So, we're going to get you up to speed right now. There is a mysterious disease rampaging through the dock ward. It goes by a lot of names, the rat pox, and we think that it's of some kind of magical nature, and we can't really... We're having a hard time curing it. Symptoms begin with like a simple cough, and after which subjects start to grow rat-like features such as whiskers, hairy ears, claws, fur, and tails. I'm kind of afraid that like the last part of this disease is them turning into actual rats. The whole City Watch is on edge. We're trying to figure out where this came from and how to cure it. I had a lead about a retired sea captain. What was it, Locks? Gerald Brisby. Oh yeah, Gerald Brisby. He apparently knows some secret information about the truth behind the rat pox. We were supposed to have a rendezvous, but he never showed up, and I'm kind of fearing the worst. I have the address, but it's inside the quarantine zone, and I don't think that I have so many things that I need to get done. I don't think that I can get in there and get it done. I can go in there with them. No, Locks. No, you can't.
No, please.
It's way too dangerous. It's way too dangerous.
Hold on.
Do you guys...
the intern a sock puppet on her hand? No, I'm joking. I actually really love this intern's voice.
No, I can do it, ma'am, I promise. They're gonna need my help out there. I would love to have him go with you guys, if you want another hand on this.
Gargan does not think that bringing Squeak Toy with us will help much.
Squeak toy.
I don't know. An extra body might come in handy.
The hooded figure sitting there, all of, Strider vibes in Fellowship of the Ring.
Fuck
Just give me a second. Okay, continue.
Sorry. Well, I'm sorry. I didn't want to just walk in and her be like, "Oh my God, it's the prince."
Okay, continue.
Anyways, so he says, "Well, if he's ready and willing to come along, I say let him."
I agree.
Well, I guess it's 2-1 then.
Gargan will let the others carry dead weight.
Lox, I guess you can go with them. Just be careful, alright?
Don't worry. You'll be fine with us.
So, if you guys investigate, I'll give you 200 gold apiece if you guys can figure out what's going on here, where Brisby went, I gotta tell you, there's a lot of civilians inside of the quarantine zone, and they're planning a prayer march this evening. So I kind of expect you guys to be done with this before the march starts, alright?
We'll do our best. You can count on us.
The old man said it was part of something bigger. But the truth was too dangerous to write down. He wanted to meet in person. Now, I don't mind trouble, but this thing had trap written all over it in an explosive ink. We took the walk, and I made sure I was packing a hand crossbow.
Please tell me
Okay.
we're all wearing...
Okay, but who is this mysterious...
It's Ray. It's Ray the narrator.
We're all
Ray
wearing...
is there?
We're all wearing 20s
Packing
outfits with
crossbows?
fedoras and everything, right? And the world is black and white.
Listen, if you guys... I have some freesia blossoms. The scent is said to ward off this disease if you guys are inclined to take it.
Don't mind if I do. Anything to help me. Yeah, Taboo's gonna take some of the blossoms and put them in his pockets, I guess.
Gargan will take a handful and just stuff them in his back pocket.
Trellyn also accepts the flowers.
Here is a map of the quarantine zone.
Thanks. It's mine now.
Alright, so with Watchman Locks in tow, you are easily able to get into the quarantine zone. So Watchman Locks he's a young male tiefling, and he's in 1920s officer clothing. He's about 5'6". He's got a nice long tail and horns that bend upward, and he's got 2 holes in his hat where his horns stick out. So as you're traveling through the dock ward, you guys see a lot of destitute and sick residents huddled along the streets, and there are rats skittering everywhere.
We're talking normal-sized rats.
We're
correct?
talking normal-sized rats.
Okay, wait. Does it say which lane we entered in? Or does it really matter?
Fuck.
I have the map on my phone
Show
right
me.
here.
Like that part up there.
Oh, okay. The top left dark lane.
Yep.
Alright. Near the gambler's hatch.
You're on your way to Captain Brisby's apartment, and he lives in a shabby tenement building on Cloak Lane. Upon entering the apartment, you discovered that he's been murdered.
Well, that's unfortunate. I didn't get to do it myself.
What?
What? I said that's unfortunate.
We opened the door, and the room was red like a hobgoblin caught with his pants down. You don't stay in this line of work without getting to know the smell of blood. There was blood everywhere. That and the body on the floor. And in this case, had more murder written on it than Xanathar's rap sheet. Captain Brisby's apartment is small and sparsely furnished, with a combined living room and kitchen and an adjoining bedroom. Do you guys want to roll some perception checks, roll some investigation checks? Give me some stuff.
I'll do an investigation
some rolls, kids.
I got a 5. Not my best roll.
Oh, God.
There's a body on the floor,
What?
and there's blood everywhere.
Tabuu is
So now
kind of
we're
rubbing his
framing-
arms like...
As much as I'd like to use investigation,
I got 8.
I'm not looking for anything specifically, so perception makes more sense, so that'd be a 15.
Yeah, say either.
I mean, investigation, like, you could be looking at the
Investigation is-
body.
That's putting 2 and 2 together.
I did a
rather than
perception and
just
I got an
seeing-
8.
You got an 8.
Yeah, an 8.
RJ, what did you get?
15 perception.
So, you're looking around, and you're looking, just looking around, and you're looking through his kitchen, you don't really see anything. You see, like, piled dishes. It's a bachelor pad. You see piled dishes, you see trash.
There's
places.
bionicles on the shelves.
There's bionicles on the shelves, and Legos, and a whole bunch of video games that he's never going to play through.
Endless movies that he has yet to watch.
But,
Does this feel really pointed?
you walk into his bedroom and you see a paper poking out from under his bed, and you pick it up, and it's right next to his chamber pot. You pick it up, and
Right next to his chamber pot.
It's toilet paper.
this has a lot of handouts, and you guys are gonna love it because it has a lot of
Interactive.
Yeah, you find this paper underneath it.
Fuck's sake.
Gay talk from the dicks.
Does it actually say that?
No,
Dang
it
it.
doesn't.
I would laugh so hard. Brisby. I'm never going to get over the fact that their name is Brisby and it's a rat theme.
Mr. Jonathan Brisby.
I'm having fun. This one's a lot of fun.
I can't wait till we get to the puzzles, personally. My guy has
Oh,
an
you're
intelligence of +0, so...
You're getting there.
It's,
You're getting close.
It's going to be... I'm trying to figure out what in the world made them go out on the street, find Tabuu, and be like, you're going to solve a mystery. And Taboo's just like, really? How ironic, Tony.
Maybe he's an investigator.
Let's retcon it. I didn't actually give him much of a background because I wasn't sure if we were doing much of background.
Yeah, I
So
wasn't
we'll
sure
say
what we were-
he's a private investigator.
Like he has he has kind of like Sherlock vibes.
Yes!
Like he knows that.
Except he's
No,
super-
dude, have you ever seen Death Note before?
I've heard of Death Note.
Light, you're like Light. You're the murderer, but you're also a detective.
And somehow I have an intelligence of +0, so I'm bad at hiding how sadistic I am.
So, he's looking at this paper he found.
But I am very charismatic, so.
Good lord!
Don't you mean Great Scott?
What? You're
What race are
What'd you
you
find?
again?
What'd you
He's
find?
a high elf.
a high elf.
He's
Have you heard of the high elf?
He's a very high on himself, elf.
What did small
Listen,
pointy
that's
ear
just
find?
like your opinion, man.
What did small pointy ear find?
I just like your.
Can't believe it. 13% off stitches today at 133 Dark Lane at the Doctor's Ward's Apothecary. Oh, and something here about death toll, rat kings, and other such nonsense.
Did I hear the word death?
Gargan does not think you know what importance means.
Listen, there was a lot of reading, and I've done my fair share of
Gargan
reading.
just takes the paper.
Can I take a picture of that so I can read it?
I guess since we're passing it around.
Basically, from my understanding, two mobs are at it, the Rat King and the Vendetta Queen or something like that. I don't really know. I've been too busy in my studies to really know what's going on.
I've heard...
Gargan
what
thinks you
the
need to
fuck
learn
was
your
that?
better.
I've heard a few things.
Pardon me, sir. I am a learned man. I've spent many, many years studying to learn the craft of magic, to learn the ways of fighting.
Gargan could thrash you with one blow.
Anyway, I think I've heard of these here mobs. In my investigations as a private investigator, I'm sure we could find them.
So we're looking for the mob, then, I assume, right?
Maybe.
Hold on, okay. Doctor's wards, apothecary, stabbed in the back.
Hey, do you guys wanna roll? Could you guys roll a history check?
Sure.
Oh shit, yeah, I'm fucking great at that shit.
That might be a little better.
I got a 6. I'm not doing so hot.
I got me a 14.
I got a 21.
Alright, so you read the paper, and you already know from your time as a prince, because you have to know all of, like, all the main people.
Everything.
You know the Rat Kings are legendary. Unseen guardians of the sewers, back alleys, and slums. When fire, disease, or invasion threaten the Rat King's domain, it steps out of the shadows to defend it.
So a rat is going to defend the people from rats.
No, the Rat King.
Rat King.
It's a dude that's like,
It's
go, rat power! And he like spews, his hand shoots out like a bunch of rats.
He pulls a bunch of rats out of his pockets and
He wears a
It's
cloak made
Bruno.
of rats.
So it's me?
Yeah. Rat, I choose you.
It's a they use like megazords.
Oh my God.
It's a megazord made entirely out
Form
of
the Rat
rats.
Megazord!
We're bordering on.
According to the legend, each large city in the north has its own mysterious Rat King, who can be a dude or a chick.
Or a rat.
To become a Rat King, existing Rat King must be driven off or slain. The Rat King represents...
Look at me. I am the Rat King now.
The Rat King represents the spirit of urban sprawl, where weak perish and the mob rules. It's said that each Rat King can summon swarms of vermin to fight at their side. It's
the girl from Suicide Squad.
Basically.
They hold a wand out when rats come out of the sewers and attack everyone.
okay. Can you guys do another intelligence roll from me?
Just straight up intelligence? Of nature?
Yeah.
I rolled a critical fail. What the fuck?
Oh no.
Nature?
Yeah.
I've lived in the city my whole life.
I
What
got an
is
11.
nature?
14.
You got a what?
11.
Alright. RJ, you know that the Lady of Plagues is more of an enigma. And you recall that some druids follow the Circle of Plagues, and that these zealots believe nature is strengthened by regular calls, and thus visit the cities to spread pestilence and disease.
Oh, goody.
Those are the bastards.
Sorry, what? I zoned out there for a second.
Alright, so, I guess, given the information I now know based on rules, I must retcon. Well, it's looking like, those wonderful Rat Kings are going up against that pretty fucking awful Lady of Plagues.
Oh, I think I might have heard of them once or twice. But
She
maybe you
and
should
she
reenlighten.
and her druid cohorts are always coming in and trying to take out my beloved people.
Gargan thinks your people need to learn how to fight better.
Both of those people are, criminals, so, maybe we shouldn't be looking at that.
this?
It's
Lock!
It's Locke. This intern.
The intern.
Dumbass.
Talk more like this.
Listen,
Anyway.
I don't have a set.
You were high pitched.
Gargan forgot we brought sweet toys.
Listen,
I was
They
about to
may
say
all
taboo.
they may all be criminals, but in my personal opinion, at least the Rat King fights for the side of the common folk. I'd take that over let's kill people just because nature told me to.
This high elf is high on himself.
Listen, that's just like your opinion, man.
Well, I think we should maybe investigate one maybe the zealots or something.
Do you guys want to look around the apartment a little bit more?
Sure, I'll do another investigation check that I failed at
Do you guys want to
miserably.
look at the body? Do you guys want to look at, like...
Aha! Taboo will look at the body. Finally, I got a 15 investigation.
Alright, you walk up to the body and start messing with it, and Locke comes up to you and is like, maybe you shouldn't be... No, okay. Alright, I'll just...
Taboo sticks his finger in the
let
blood
you-
and sticks it in his mouth like,
Okay.
Maybe you should
I'm a professional. Leave this to me.
While you're messing with the body, you, for some reason, decide to take off his left sock. And in it...
I would be...
I'm a private investigator
Listen,
and a sadist. This
it's kind
goes
of
great.
sad, but, like, it's not really, like, surprising, honestly, that he would be like, I'm going to take off his left sock.
I wonder if he hides weed in here.
You find a note, and on it are the letters HH, and there are numbers 908 scribbled on it.
Oh, well, would you look at that? A note hidden in the left sock. You see, boys, this is why you leave investigative work to the PIs.
Why did you take off his left sock?
Well, you see, people tend to hide things in their left sock, like weed.
You
don't want people finding
Gargan
get
thinks
the-
he likes to sniff feet.
For some reason, you feel like you should look at the newspaper again.
I wonder if this has anything to do with the newspaper.
So, okay, I'll go back to the newspaper.
HH
HH.
908.
HH9. Ah! He connects it to Harbor Holdings. Valuables burning a hole in your pocket? Stash him in safety at his local family-owned bank. Good rates, spare security, total peace of mind. 118 Coin Penny Alley.
Well, maybe we have ourselves a safe at the bank. Well, boys, I think I have a clue.
Good job. I guess we're off to Harbor Holdings then, yeah?
Indeed. Let's go. I'll be a minute. Go ahead. I'll catch up with you in just a second.
Gargan has
You're a
concerns.
really weird dude, and I don't know if I'm gonna sit in here and until you leave because
No. I'm not weird.
Oh,
I'm a private investigator. I have to make sure that everything is shapely with the body.
he's gonna fucking roll in the body like he's a dog.
Gargan does not have time for your personal things. And he's just gonna grab you and drag you out the door.
Do a strength contest.
Can we not? He's a fucking Goliath.
Oh wait, no, you have powerful build, don't you?
We're level 2, so we'll find out in a second.
Yes.
Yeah, you just take him. You just fucking
What does it
take him.
mean?
You just powerful build means that he can lift. Drag.
I basically count as one size larger than what I am when it comes to carrying.
He just
pushing,
fucking grabs
pulling.
you. It just doesn't fucking matter. He just fucking grabs. No, wait. No. You still have to do a strength contest, but you do it with advantage.
That's going to be a 21.
Can that be a 13?
All right. So you grab him up like he's a piece of luggage, and you put him under your arm, and you walk out the door with him.
Wait. We must make sure the body's tip-top.
Um,
What are you doing?
The body's not
It's not
going
cool.
anywhere.
So
Gargan's impatient.
a fun little thing. So you guys are walking out the door, right?
Okay, yeah.
A fun little thing with this little campaign is that whenever you leave a building, you have to do a Constitution check.
Oh!
Oh, boy.
Well, that's
So roll a
unfortunate.
Constitution saving, and I'll give you advantage because you decided to grab the herbs.
Well, it's a good fucking thing you gave me advantage, because that last one was a difference of 10.
I got a 19.
Alright, I got a 15.
Wait.
Dirty 20.
All right, yeah, you guys are good then.
My other one would have
Sorry.
been a 5. That would have been very unfortunate.
I was mistaken. That was a 21.
All right,
I keep looking at the wrong number.
As you're walking out, you spy a beholder a particular beholder in the city by the name of Balthazar.
How is Balthazar allowed in the city? Beholders are like evil as fuck.
He's just there.
Allowed? Nobody said it was allowed.
Nobody said that he's allowed. He's just there.
Okay. We just happen to know his name.
He's well known to be a collector of things and a seller of stuff.
My will is not my own.
I love the
I
title.
observe the night.
I love the title. A collector of things and a seller of stuff.
He's rather unscrupulous, and he's very, very shady. We were on the streets of the dock ward, with more clues to follow than eyes than eyes on Balthazar. And that's when he floated down the street. The Balthazar, with his goons, shadier than a drow's mood lighting. I counted 3 thugs.
What the fuck?
A mind flayer, and a whole heap of trouble. That mind flayer was carrying a rat with its brain exposed, like its hairdresser took a little too much off the top. And the Balthazar, well, let's just say, looks can kill.
Oh my god. Oh no! He's hot!
He glances over you guys with a mix of contempt and boredom.
So, the worthless city guard dare to cross the barricade. I say, here to investigate a crime, no doubt.
Get out of my city. Now. Out. Out. You know you're not allowed within the realm.
Gargan's just gonna drop
Tabuu.
Tabuu on the ground. Like, literally just let go and drop.
Thanks.
If my father knew you were here, oh, the trouble you'd be in, mister.
What leads do you have? No, don't tell me. I can tell from your faces. Nobody can read a face like me.
It's like an NPC in a video game where you spew a bunch of shit at him, but he
And then he just carries on with his preset dialogue.
Listen. You let me play my little games, and maybe I don't disintegrate you. On the spot. Have we made this clear?
Have I made this clear? You're not welcome in this city.
Transparent. You're gonna die. At the beginning of this mini
He fires a beam, or he fires a disintegration beam at your feet, and it disintegrates a rat that was scurrying right past you. I don't think that I've made myself clear enough, have I, Prince? I don't care who you are. Your father will cry when he sees what I've done to you, if you don't shut up and let me play my little game.
I'm still going to report to you.
Gargan is gonna
This isn't
slap
the
him
last this will be the last time you enter this city.
While he's talking, Gargan's just gonna slap a hand over his face. Just to shut
One
him
of his eyes just raises and just kind of hobble. You know that beholders have like a whole bunch of eyes?
Yes.
Yeah.
One of the eyes just floats near you and starts bobbling as though it's pretending to talk.
You know, I love the people of the docks. Love them, and they love me. That's why I'm here. To see if they're, well cared for. Unlike your, city watch.
Well cared for. Have you seen the newspapers? Have you looked around? There's nothing but people turning into rats. I'd say you're doing a pretty poor job there, eh? You got your work cut out for you there, bud.
You know, I'm rather bored of this. Boys, you deal with the light stuff. I'm going to, figure out things. Come along, Chance.
And he floats away, and the Mind Flayer comes with him. And there are...
Oh my god, if we had to face the Mind Flayers level 2s, we'd have been fucked.
You guys want to roll initiative?
We don't even know who we're facing.
You're facing some thugs.
What's with the critical fails?
It's because you're not DMing.
I literally rolled a 2 with initiative.
Oh no.
That's the worst I have ever rolled.
You're facing 5 thugs.
I rolled a 5.
You boys don't have to be willing to talk this one out, eh? No? Good. I like cutting people anyway. It makes me happy.
What'd you guys get?
I got a 2.
I got a 2 as well.
Did you actually?
Plus 20.
Fuck you!
5.
Better than a 2.
That's with my.
It's better than a 2.
Thing.
Chris, what is your initiative?
+1.
+1? Okay, so you win. RJ, you're up first, my dude.
Of course I'm up first on the book. Trellyn is going to pull out his wand and point it at one of the thugs and cast Chromatic Orb.
Higgidus, Figidus, Fuckus, US.
Okay.
Higgidus Huck, get fucked. It's going to be a 19 against Stacy.
What?
19 against Stacy?
Yeah, you hit.
Alright. I'm going to do acid damage.
Okay.
Fun.
So that's going to be...
Pick a number 1 through 5.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I forgot. I had to choose what thug.
Just pick a number 1 through 5.
5.
Okay.
Alright, so that's going to be 13 acid damage.
Your boy looks rather melty. Your boy's starting to look like a popsicle, okay?
Popsicle.
Number 5 is not looking all that alive. He's looking very melty.
So, to end his turn, he's going to take his shield out.
You can't do that.
What? Wait, I can't do that.
Wait, no, it takes a bonus action to take your shield out. Yeah, you can do that.
I was saying.
It doesn't take an action to...
It takes a bonus action, but it takes an action to, like, if you have both your axes out and you put one away and then you take your shield out, that's an action.
Right.
Thug number 1, seeing that you melted his buddy, is gonna come straight at you. You hurt Joey! What are you doing, you motherfucker?
I told you to get out of my city.
Joey from Jimmy. Jimmy is going to try to hit you with his mace. Mace to the face.
Get maced, bitch. That sounds like it felt good.
It felt good. It did feel good. Okay, so it's a
The
17.
roar of a dragon shakes the
17
city.
against Stacy will hit.
Okay. 23.
23 points of damage?
No. 23 to
AC.
hit. Because he gets 2 hits.
Oh, yeah, they both
Do
hit.
it, Dex.
I was like, holy shit.
Don't need.
23.
You don't need twice.
So that's 13 points of damage. Back at you.
Fuck shit, yeah.
Oh my god, that's gotta hurt.
Alright, so thug number 1's turn is done.
Yeah, it does hurt.
How are you doing there, bud?
Thug number 2 is also a Goliath, and he looks at you, and he points at you, and he goes, "You! I challenge you to a manly fight!" And he runs at you with his mace, and he takes a swing at you. 2 swings.
I challenge you to a manly fight.
Well, no, I get... Because... yeah, so, the first one is a 6.
That's
Not gonna hit.
No. That is a definite
Second
no.
one is... Oh, that second one is a...
I'm
23.
in danger.
That'll hit.
Alright. That's 3 points of damage.
Okay.
Good. The Goliath can
Gargan's
take
gonna
a
stare
fucking
back
hit.
at him and be like, Gargan thinks your attack tickles.
Gargan,
You haven't seen last of attack. I will keep attacking until I win this battle.
Gargan thinks you put too much effort in talk.
You think you're so tough? You're a fucking bluff.
Thug number 2 is going to hang back a little bit. He's a drow.
A drow? Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna hang back a little bit, and
Being
he's
shady.
What a drow cow.
Hey, being shady.
and he's going to
His name's Slim Shady.
use his heavy crossbow on you.
On who? Me?
On you.
On
On
Tabuu.
Ash.
Taboo.
On Taboo. Because he doesn't like the way Taboo is scowling at him.
Oh, more often than not, Taboo's just got a grin on his face.
If I may ask, how did he have advantage?
How do they have advantage?
Pack tactics.
Pack tactics.
Pack tactics. The thug has advantage on an attack roll against a creature if at least one of the thug's allies is within 5 feet of him.
Fun.
Alright, so that is...
Yes, that's gonna hit me.
Alright.
I can tell you right now, it's gonna hit me.
Okay. Here we go, buddy. It's not gonna hurt too bad, okay? It might hurt a lot, actually. That's 9 points of damage.
Jesus.
That fucking hurt.
This is going to be a short episode, I'll tell you what.
For you, maybe.
That felt good. I want you.
He just hit me with his biggest guy, and that did, tickle damage.
To paint the picture, when it hits Taboo, he just starts giggling about it. He loves it. He's a masochist. He loves pain. And
The drow is a little disturbed, and he's not going to be able to move next turn. He's not going to be able to do anything next
Everybody's a little
turn.
disturbed, both in game and out of game.
Okay, thug number 4 is a halfling, and he looks at Gargan, and he has a very small penis. And he needs everyone to know that he is the biggest man in the room. So he sees Gargan, and he runs at him, and he starts swinging his mace. I don't think that first one is gonna hit. The first one is 12.
No.
Don't you get advantage?
I did have advantage.
Sad.
The second one is 19.
That'll hit.
That is 6. Or no, that is 8 points of damage.
Okay.
And I think that it is... Yeah, it's your turn, Chris. It's your turn.
Yeah, Gargan's gonna look down at this halfling that just took a swing at him.
Listen, just because you're big doesn't mean that that you're stronger than a little guy like me.
How many points did you say?
Yeah, 8.
Okay. So Gargan's gonna look down at this halfling that just hit him with a mace basically in the shin.
And he's going to step on him and squash him.
And then he's gonna turn back to the Goliath, pull out his great axe, and take a swing at him.
Halfling's not worth his time.
You cute.
Me not hurt.
That is 13 against AC.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Alright. Okay, that's 15 points of damage. And then...
Help me! Help me!
Simply because he wants to prove that he's easily the better Goliath, he's going to use his action surge to take another swing at him.
Okay.
Get her done.
And that's going to be a 16 against AC.
That'll hit.
And that'll be 6 more points of damage.
Your boy's not looking too good. He's wobbling a little bit.
And Gargan looks at him and goes, "Want to go another round?"
Always! Alright,
Okay, which one looks the worst? Because I'm pretty sure it's my turn, right?
Oh, no, it's number 5's turn. Number 5... Number 5 is a very melty orc. He's a very melty orc, and he looks
screaming.
He looks over at the high elf that decided to spray him with acid, and he's gonna run at him.
Does he even have an eye to see with?
He's running blind. Alright, as he's running at you, he completely, biffs it, and he topples onto the ground, and he curb stomps himself.
That's quite the feat.
And he's fucking knocked out. He knocks himself out by doing it.
Well done.
Well, he was certainly skilled, because it takes a lot of skill to be able to fucking beef yourself.
And now it's your turn.
Gargan
So
thinks...
you need help.
Gargan looks over...
He needs Jesus. Oh wait, I forgot to,
Gargan looks over at his princess and goes, "Gargan thinks that orc did you a favor by knocking himself out.
Probably.
Alright.
Your fighting
Now is
skills
it Taboo's
leave
turn?
much to the imagination."
on his turn, doesn't he take damage too?
Who? The one that...
Because the acid?
Oh, no. Not unless it says there's, like, some lingering damage.
You're starting to see, like, his skeleton now.
Ooh.
Yeah, like, the acid's really starting to eat through him.
Oh, he's not dead.
No, he's just knocked out, which is probably a mercy at this point.
Yeah. It's your turn. Tappers.
Taboo's just giggling as he pulls the bolt out.
Sorry. That kinda hurt.
And he just drops it on the ground.
You're not right, are you?
Probably not.
Wait, no, who's that one?
The intern. The
No,
voices.
no, it's the dark elf.
Oh, the drow?
The drow. The
Yeah,
drow's
you don't have
like,
something
you're
wrong
not
with you,
right.
sir.
You're not right, are you?
Locke's just sitting there like, oh my god!
I don't know, Rick. That guy's melted, and that guy's just laughing about.
Get over yourself, Morty.
Get a hold of yourself, Morty.
Oh, gee, Rick. I don't know, man. It's just.
Alright,
It's not
so,
too much.
besides the one that's knocked out, what thug is not looking the greatest?
Oh, the Goliath.
The Goliath?
Is right next to Chris's character.
Alright,
Yeah, the Goliath just took 2 massive blows.
Yeah, he is fucked. He's looking real
Taboo
fucked.
is going to look over at him and be like,
Easy target.
and he's going to snap his fingers and point his pointer finger at him and cast Eldritch Blast. I was just reading it. When you get to
Yeah,
higher
the
levels, I
Goliaths
think
are
it's
playing blow for blow.
It's so much
It's
fun.
absurd.
Yeah, the Goliaths are playing hit for hit, and this little dude.
What is it?
It's a fucking critical fail. What the hell?
You miss, and you hit your boy.
Gorgon?
Yeah, so roll damage against Gorgon.
I have bad news. Because I'm a warlock, I add additional damage to it. Okay, let's see. It's a D10.
You don't care anyway.
That's a good point.
A body
I really
is a
don't.
body.
Body's a body, man. That's 9 force damage. Is it force damage? I think it's force.
It is force damage.
It is force
So
damage. And you are knocked 10 feet away from me.
he snaps his finger, intending to hit the Goliath. He does hit a Goliath, but it's not the Goliath that he's aiming at. And
That's what you think.
And you fly 10 feet back, and Taboo cocks his head, gives a shrug, and says,
Whoops. Wrong Goliath. But a body's a body, so I guess it was all worth it.
He says this quietly to himself.
Gargan looks at Taboo, kind of does this to his shoulder.
Whoops-a-daisy, my friend. You're awfully close to my target.
Gargan's going to take your head later.
Oh, that seems a bit unnecessary.
And actually, Taboo's going to use his movement speed to move 30 feet away from the group of fighting creatures.
Right. So, Locke's been in the background, just kind of trying to find an opening, and he finally finds one, and he pulls out his spear, and he stabs at the human who is hanging out with a group of thugs, and that is 6 points of damage. So, Locke sticks his spear into him, and like he was taught in school, and
What a great
Now,
school system
kids,
we've
today
got.
we're going to learn how to stab a man.
all right, it's your turn again, RJ.
Ah, yes. Perfect. Great. Wonderful. Prince Trellyn is going to use his fucking second wind so he doesn't beef it.
I wish I had something like that. I'm screwed. That 9 took out half my life.
Which is a bonus action.
Your
And
9's going to cost you a
And
lid.
I get a hot 4 HP back.
Baby!
4 HP.
So I'm at a solid 10 HP.
What did you roll?
A 3, and I get a plus fighter level, and I'm fighter 1, so I got 3 plus 1. Anyways, after that, Prince Trellyn is going to back away from pretty much everybody, and he's going to pull out his longbow and take a shot at this drow. That lie. is a critical fail.
I know my pain.
You draw your bow back, and the string snaps.
Sucks to suck.
Also, take 1d4 damage.
Well, that's cool. I pretty much just lost all the health I just gave myself.
Yeah, the string snaps, and it, part of the tension from the string hits your arm and leaves a nice, thick laceration on it.
Oh, son of a bitch, this hasn't happened since childhood. Wouldn't my instructor be miffed if he saw me today? He's gonna take his shield out. And that's the end of his turn.
Okay, here we go. 4 fuckers to beat
Here
Shamus.
come... Okay, the human guy is not very happy that Locke decided to rearrange his guts, and he's going to hit him with his mace. Locke is down.
So long, farewell.
Locke just gets his fucking head smashed in, and he is laying on the ground, just twitching.
Gargan knew we shouldn't have brought Squeak Toy.
So the Goliath is going to take a few more swings at you, trying to get you back for what you did to him.
Okay.
Alright, so that's a 22.
Okay.
And a 24. Alright, no, 14.
14 doesn't do it.
Okay. He connects with the first one, and when he tries to do the second one, you duck in enough time, and he misses you with the second hit.
Okay.
The first hit does 4 damage.
Yeah, I'm going to be using my
Stone's resilience.
Stone's endurance here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that blow don't do shit.
So he hits you, and you look at him, and you say,
That tickled.
okay. And he's just looking at you like, what the fuck? We already established that the Dark Elf is just staring at Tabuu like, what the fuck, man? So he's just going to reload his crossbow on this turn and stare at Tabuu like he's some kind of insane person, which he probably is. And now the halfling is going to try to take a few swings at you. That's an unnatural 20. So.
So that moment they were alive.
And that's an 11.
Yeah, the 11 ain't gonna do it.
And that's 5 points of damage. It's your turn now.
How many points of damage was that?
Like 5.
5? Okay.
Negligible in the grand scheme of Goliaths.
So, my fighter is now going to use his second wind. So I'll gain back 7 points. And then he's going to take his great axe and take another swing at this Goliath. 10 against AC.
Nope. So, did the first one, did you have 1 hit or 2 hits?
I only have 1 hit. I'm using my great axe.
Alright, so he just, he dodges it he ducks under it real quick and gives you a chuckle.
He's going to put 30 feet of distance between himself and the halfling and the Goliath.
Tabuu, it's your turn.
Okay, Tabuu is going to attempt to use Eldritch Blast once again on the enemy Goliath. Okay, that's an unnatural 20. That is 8 force damage.
He's really staggering now. He is...
I like
not
it when they
looking
go pop, 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 pop.
Alright, so Locke is going to do a saving throw.
Rick over there is just like killing me now.
And he makes his first saving throw. Alright, it's your turn.
Yeah, he's gonna basically spend his turn fixing the string on his bow.
Okay.
Yeah.
You, I'm gonna say that takes, like, your whole turn. You don't get a movement either.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the human is going to charge at Tabuu. And he's going to strike him with his mace.
We got ourselves a fighter here.
20?
Yes.
Okay. And that is 6 points of damage.
Tabuu is not looking good. It hits him square across the face. His face is busted, but he's like...
Why are you fucking laughing, you dumbass? I'm about to fucking kill you.
Do it, please do it.
Hello?
You're just a sick motherfucker, aren't you? I can't wait to take you out of this world.
It took you that long to figure it out, but
Yo, the Goliath is staggering, but he's staggering for those cheeks.
I'm not done. I didn't hear no bell.
You didn't hear no bell, brother.
I didn't hear no bell, brother.
And he's going to attack you with his mace. Twice.
Yeah.
Alright.
Bell was heard. No bell was wrong.
That's 20. Archie, you have to fucking stop doing that. 21 on the first hit.
Looking for the bell. Oh, man.
That was 11, so 15 on the second hit.
Second hit does not hit.
Oh my god. That's 3 points of damage. So he swings, and it is a terrible swing. He swings at you and he tries to hit you. He hits you the first one, and it's like he lightly slaps you. And then he hits you with the second one and completely whiffs.
Takes his best swing. It's not good enough.
Gargan's starting to think you're not very good at this game.
Listen, brother. I still got fighting me. And I still got fighting me. I'm still fighting.
The Dark Elf is going to take a pot shot at you, RJ.
Hit him between the eyes! Hit him between the eyes!
Probably gonna get beefed.
Oh, you're not gonna like this.
Yeah, he got beefed. He got the beef.
This is no good.
Fixing my bow, so I already have lowered AC because he's not got a shield left.
That's 18.
Yeah, yep. Mm-hmm.
Here comes the pain train!
That's only 4 points of damage, though.
Okay.
And he uses his movement turn to recock his... Yeah, recock his... Shit. Alright, the halfling is running back towards you to reinforce his friends.
You can't do that to him. We're gonna kick your ass, man. We're gonna kick your ass.
Kick your fucking ass!
That's an air. I'm gonna kick your fucking ass. Yeah, I'm not good.
Alright.
If halflings could move that far.
That's 17.
That just barely nicks me.
Alright, and the second one. Ooh, that's a 21. 7... 11 points of damage.
Yeah, I'm down.
Our tank is down. We're fucked.
Take that, you fucker.
And he spits on you.
Damn!
I feel like I should have just fallen right on top of the halfling to prove a point, but...
If you want to, you still can. We can retcon it, because that would be fun.
Yeah, the Goliath is intentionally going to fall towards the halfling.
Alright, can you make an attack roll? With advantage, seeing as you're big. And he just ran a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hit it.
That's a fucking...
Alright, do 1d4, or 2d4, because you have that special thing.
You got that girth, son.
3 points of damage.
Wait, no.
And you land right on top of him, and he's gonna have to take...
Gargan, take nap.
Help me! Help me!
Alright, do your saving throws.
That's a fail.
Alright, it's your turn, Tabuu.
Alright, so I know the human's right in front of me. How far away is everyone else, would you say?
Gorgon is about, 30 feet down this way with the Goliath and the Halfling right next to him.
Alright.
Trellyn is right here. The Dark Elf is right here, and you're, right over here.
No, I ran the
and
opposite
Human
direction.
is right here.
Okay, so it's just me and human then, huh?
Yeah.
Alright, bitch wanna fucking go? Well, then bitch is gonna have to make a dexterity saving throw, because
They're not very dexterous, I'll tell you
I'm
that.
casting
Motherfucker.
burning hands on him.
see you dodge this one.
He sticks his thumbs together and points his hands at him, and flames erupt from his fingertips.
Let me... Oh, yeah, he gets it.
Okay, yeah, he's going to take
That's
the full...
that's a 4.
He's taking the full 3d6 fire damage. Holy shit. Okay, he's going to take 14 fire damage.
He's looking rough for wear, but he still has some determination in his eyes.
Oh, fuck.
And he is going to take 2 swings at you, Tabuu. 15?
Yeah, 15 will do it.
Okay. And that's 5 points of damage.
Okay, as he hits Tabuu, Taboo's like,
I'm gonna come. I'm gonna come.
and he falls down unconscious. Tabuu is down.
Alright, and the Goliath is going to shamble towards the prince, but he's not going to make it there all the way. The Dark Elf is going to take another shot at you. Oof, that's a 15.
Yeah.
That's 10 damage.
And that string is done. Oh! And he falls over.
TPK. Damn.
The thugs pick up their wounded and they start walking away.
It wasn't that point that the rat made his appearance.
As you guys are fading out of consciousness, you see dark-robed men start moving around you guys, and you black out.
What's up, nerds? This is Rich, the host of the Three Fat Nerds podcast. I would like to invite you to check out our podcast. We have 2 shows every week, and both of our shows are about everything that is pop culture and nerdom. That's right, we talk about movies, we talk about comics, we talk about video games, we talk about role-playing games, we talk about Dungeons & Dragons, and so much more. You can find us anywhere you get podcasts just by searching 3 Fat Nerds. Also, while you're at it, go ahead and like our page on Facebook, 3 Fat Nerds Podcast. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at 3 Fat Nerds Pod. And of course, you can check out our website, 8122productions.com. Most importantly, I hope you enjoyed the show. With that being said, there's only one thing left to say. That's later, nerds.
Happy Halloween, listeners. RJ here. Thank you so much for listening. I really hope that you enjoy this episode, as it was a very interesting experience getting this year's Halloween episode out to you all. I apologize for the lack of episodes over the last couple of months. I actually tried out for a play back in August, almost on a whim, and I ended up getting cast as basically the lead role, although the show is honestly more of an ensemble piece. And that took up a lot of my time. A lot of my time frames that I usually dedicate to editing the podcast were when I had to have my play rehearsals. So as soon as the play finished up last weekend, I got to work getting the Halloween episode out for you all. So thank you again so much for listening. I really appreciate it a ton. As Ray mentioned in the beginning of the episode, this D&D one-shot, which is originally called Rats of Waterdeep, is a short murder mystery created by Lysa Penrose and Will Doyle, and it is available for purchase on the Dungeon Masters Guild website for about $5 at least at the time of recording this. There's going to be a link to that webpage where you can purchase a PDF for yourself in the episode description. We are not sponsored by the creators of this PDF, nor are we sponsored by the Dungeon Masters Guild. Just to be clear. Thank you to my cousin and Ash's brother, Chris, for joining us for this episode. You may hear some more episodes with him in the future. That's something that I will talk about in more detail in a future episode. Please don't forget to check out the podcasts that are promoted before and after this commercial break, and you can find the links for those, as usual, in the episode description as well. Thank you so much to our friend Kyle for composing the melody for the main theme to our podcast. It's really good. I say that a lot, but it really is. Thank you so much, bud. And of course, thank you, listeners, as always, for taking the time out of your day to listen to our podcast. It means the world to us. So, yeah, thank you again. I'll talk to you all again next episode, which will hopefully be out a lot sooner than this episode was compared to the last episode. Again, sorry about that. But for now, let's get back into the Halloween 2022 episode, The Rats of Brokenhelm.
I'm Midnight Agent Raw. And I'm Okami. We are the Super Media Bros Podcast. And each week, we give a comedic take on all forms of entertainment, such as movies, music, video games, television, and much more. So put your shades on and listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. Shades on. We're on.
Guys, wake up. It's dark, it's cold, and it's wet. But for some reason, you're still alive. You don't know why you're still alive, but you're still alive. And you guys are back up to half-elf.
Gargan had a good nap.
Oh, that was exhilarating.
Why does it smell funny?
Let's do that again. Someone stab me again.
Gargan, just remember, Gargan owed an arm from you.
I don't know what you're talking about, bud.
Does anybody want to do a perception check?
Yeah, perception checks all around, my dude. Nat 20.
Oh, damn, that's a low perception. I got a 5.
It's Nat 20 and 22. 4. I can see into the ethereal plane.
Seeing as you are also familiar with the city, seeing as you are an investigator and you have lived here all your life, you will recognize this place as the Temple of Rot. It is a haven.
Just fine right here.
It is a haven for disease and despair-ridden residents of the Dock Ward. And they assemble here to worship the Lady of Plagues, hoping she will lift them. She will take pity on them and take away their diseases.
I think I died and gone to heaven.
I'm going to repeat my earlier statement. Why does it smell funny?
Oh, that's just death and decay. You get used to it down here.
The streets were filled with victims of the rat pox, coughing blood onto the posies they held to their noses. As we explored deeper into the stone maze, they picked up ratty features, beady eyes, fur, even tails. Finally, we found their temple. It was made of discarded bottles and crumpled trash stuck together by mud. A towering statue of a weirdo wearing a beaked mask. The sick and the poor were huddled around it, twitching with fur and whiskers. With that perception check, you can also see that there are worshippers surrounding the statue, and they are of all ages, all races, and they display many rat-like features. And do you guys decide that you're gonna walk towards the statue? What are you guys doing? Do you want to leave? What are you guys up to?
Well. Seems we're in Plague Haven. Feel like I kinda fit in down here.
Gargan did not ask to visit your home.
Haha, that's funny. How about we do a little investigating? Find the plague.
We got to get out of here.
We're in Plagueville, USC.
No, we can't. I can't be here. I can't catch the plague. You know what my mother would do to me if I died of the plague?
Put you in a rat wheel?
Locke's not with you.
Where's that little screamer? Lucky boy.
Gargan thought you were watching the squeak toy.
Oh, Gargan, I thought you were watching Little Man.
Gargan doesn't have time to babysit.
Well, he's either here or he's dead. I guess is probably...
He gets to have all the fun.
Gargan take Prince to statue and ask people if they've seen Squeak Toy.
I'm fine. I'd rather stay as far away from any...
Gargan's not giving you choice, and he's going to pick up the print and start walking into the statue.
Put me down. Do you know who I am?
Gargan doesn't care.
A squeak boy?
I take offense to that. If I could tell my father about you, and you wouldn't live to see the light of another day.
I think they call it baby back bitch. I'll bet when you get married, you'll be whipped.
As you walk forward, you see that there's someone, and they are obviously leading this group of people in prayer.
Ooh.
And they see you approach, and they give you a smile, and they say, "Welcome. Are you here to pray to Our Lady as well?"
No, put me down. Put me down, I say.
One of us is less inclined to be here than the other.
Gargan wants to know if you've seen small squeak toy wander around.
We've only brought you three here. Nobody else came.
But that's unfortunate.
Well, it seems like he's gone. Much like we should be on our way.
No, hold on there, bud. Give me just 1 minute.
Gargan's going to grab you by the scruff of the neck so you don't go anywhere.
Tell me, do you know what's causing the plague?
Why, yes, it's the lady. She is, unhappy with the Rat King, and she has set this plague upon us to kill off his men. As soon as he relinquishes his hold of the city, then the Lady of Plagues will relieve us of this.
Well, it's simple that we kill the Rat King.
Gargan thinks you have problems.
Or she could relinquish
you don't
whatever
know the
she's
tip
doing.
Of the iceberg.
Because this is my father's city.
Oh.
You're still dangling ass facing this guy in my arm.
Could you, Mr. Goliath, could you kindly show me who is berating me right now?
And he turns sideways. Him, small prince person.
If you think that you control this city, then you are frankly very wrong.
Listen, I know it's a democratic system,
And he turns
but
back
my
around.
father's still... Hey, I was talking... Turn back! I demand an audience
It's
with
fucking
this news.
Chewbacca and C-3PO.
As if we didn't have enough with Balthazar floating about. Now we have to deal with some hoity-toity prince
I'm not...
barking orders.
Gargan has to walk around with him.
I
Gargan
understand
knows how
that
you
feeling.
feel.
Balthazar's a bitch. And our little boy over there is a bit of a complainer. But I can assure you, to get rid of this plague, I'd be more than willing to kill the Rat King.
You know, who's to say that the Rat King didn't create this plague himself?
Well, in that case, I can kill him anyway. Problem solved. And then I get paid.
I don't know how much I can offer you, but I can give you a few here's and there's if you are willing to do this task for me.
Well, there, dearie. Can I call you dearie? I think we can come to an agreement. But truthfully, I think killing the Rat King would be best for everyone. And I'm more than willing to serve the people in this fashion.
They clap, and 3 robed figures appear out of the shadows, each carrying with them a potion. It is red in appearance, and it smells faintly of cherries.
Woo! Cherries! I like the color. Seems like a good
Gargan
drink.
thinks we use him as guinea pig.
Oh, I'm more than happy to be the guinea pig here.
And he takes it and he drinks it.
Tabuu takes it and he gulps it all down.
You get all your health points back, and you get 10 more.
Woo!
Seeing nothing wrong with him, Gargan's going to drop the prince flat on his face and take a potion and drink it.
That's invigorating.
Now I don't see why instead of killing the Rat King, we don't kill the Lady of the Plague. She's not much better.
Well, apparently...
And same with you.
Rat
When you
King-
drink it, you get all your health back, and you get 10 extra health
Well,
points.
Rat King doesn't seem to be doing the city any favors. I think you'd want him
The
gone
Lady
too.
of the Plague doesn't do the city any favors either.
Listen, one person at a time, there,
Gargan
Princey
doesn't
boy.
think your family does anything for the city.
One at a time, there, Prince
Gargan
boy.
still drags you around anyway.
Gargan, was it? I'd very much like you to say that in the court of my father.
Isn't your father
See how
just a...
that goes.
Your father's just a celebrity. A figurehead at
My
best.
father is the king.
We are a democratic society. We don't
Just
need
because we're a
kings.
democratic society.
He's just there to look good. On paper, that.
Gentlemen, if you will, this is a place of worship. I would kindly ask you to take your childish arguments out into the streets.
Oh, I'm
Gargan grabs
sorry.
the prince by
Are
the
we
back
too-
of the neck and starts dragging him away.
Are we too busy berating a people for worshipping some lady of the plague that does nothing but make people sick? What a bitch!
As you reach the door, suddenly a crowd of rats surges into the temple.
Prince to fight off the rats. Gargan's gonna go find food.
Yeah, the prince basically climbs up Gargan to, get off of where the rats are.
Gargan thought you were supposed to be a good fighter.
I am a good fighter. I don't need to be getting knee-deep in filthy vermin, though.
Taboo, seeing this crowd of rats coming at him, just kind of T-poses with his eyes closed.
There is a halfling who is very fuzzy. He starts running away, and he trips, and the swarm of rats starts surging towards him. And he is looking at the rats with fear in his eyes. The Rat King, he's coming for us! He's coming for us! And he freezes right there on the spot.
Gargan's gonna move out ahead of the rats, grab a hold of the prince, and use him as a club to knock him away.
Are you serious?
Yes. Are you...
You call me sadistic? What the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm chaotic neutral. All I do is fight shit. I'm not actually... I'm not being sadistic. I'm using what's at my disposal.
So, you're trying to save him, right?
Yeah, I'm saving the halfling by using him as a club.
Well, you get a point of inspiration.
Yes!
For that.
Jesus Christ.
You get 2 points of inspiration, I guess, because I find it funny that you're doing this. RJ, you get a point of inspiration too, because you got dragged into this for no fucking reason.
See, you get something out of it.
And you might need it to be able to survive this.
Especially since, as far as I know, I never got one of those potions.
That's true. He didn't drink a potion before
drink
climbing
one.
up on top of me.
I mean, I basically was bitching about the Lady of the Lake, or whatever the fuck her name
The
is.
lady
of the plagues.
lady of the lake.
Listen,
Plague.
she isn't some watery tart throwing around swords deciding who's king.
Well, of course not. We already have a king. It's my father.
Taboo is going to run over to the furry half-elf.
Halfling.
Halfling, I apologize.
Half-elf lady.
I heard half, okay? There's two different ways to go with that. Ling or elf.
Yeah, you only heard half.
Anyway.
I go over to the half-chode.
The half-chode, yeah.
You get take away your point of inspiration.
Too late.
Anyway.
You've already bestowed it.
Did you say Rat King? Where would he happen to be? Would you know this?
The sewers! He lives in the sewers!
Well, what part of the sewers? It's a big city, my boy.
Listen, I don't... You shouldn't go down in there unless you're completely ready to fight the Rat King.
Oh,
I'm with him!
I'm always ready to
You
fight.
need to be saying this like you're being swung back and forth.
Me and the Rat King are gonna play a little down there.
Listen, I can lead you there, but this is very dangerous.
Gargan
Sounds like fun. Let's go.
Okay. The sewers are under the dock ward. You guys soon approach the Rat King's lair. The sewer tunnels are coated in a thick, green-tinged sludge, and the place is littered with debris. Just when we thought this case couldn't slink any lower, there we were, knee-deep in the muck of Dockward sewers. tunnels smelled riper than a troglodyte's laundry and were twice as rotten. The mentions of troglodytes in this
Yay!
episode are...
We have yet to actually face a troglodyte in any campaign, so...
you guys... Okay, so you guys are walking down the tunnel, and you see...
Never get the smell of this.
You're probably in the lead, aren't you? Who's in the lead?
I'm making him
Who's on
walk out.
first? Who's on second? And who's on third?
I'm making him
Who's
walk
everywhere?
in front of me regardless of where I'm standing.
Tabuu is on first. He is leading the pack with the halfling.
Gargan's pushing Princey Boy out in front of him to keep him from trying to run out the sewer.
So you're looking out, and you see a bag right in the middle of the way, and there's a whole bunch of nice shiny gold in there.
Wait there, buds. It's a trap. I tell you what.
Can I do a perception check of the bag?
Listen, where's one of those concoctions, the cocktails? Where did mine go?
I think you got dragged out before you could drink one.
Yes, but who has it? One of you must have it.
Oh no, that's back with the zealots that you don't like.
You know what? Fine. Fuck them anyway. I don't.
So while we were
Fuck them
blacked
anyway.
out, did that constitute as a short rest or just us blacked out?
We were just blacked out, I imagine, because we had to get restored back to health.
Well, I understand that. I'm just clarifying.
Okay, so I'm doing a perception check, and I rolled a 15 of the bag.
Yeah, you see something submerged underneath the water.
I don't trust that back there.
I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast on the bag.
Okay.
Do I-
Roll.
Roll your dice.
to hit.
The whole point is to roll your dice.
I got a 9.
Yeah, you miss.
I just imagine this giant plume of water coming out.
Whoops! I think my aim's a little off. Give me a second.
He tweaks with the tip of his finger.
Alright, let me try again.
He's going to take
You get
aim
one more try.
and do another Eldritch Blast at it.
You do this all day.
I got a 21.
It hits the bag, and the bag explodes, and a giant bar pops up from the water and slams onto where the gold once was.
You see, boys, that's why you don't trust random bags of gold. Down here.
Who cares about random bags? My father's got a whole treasury full of 10, 100, 1,000 times more gold than that.
This is a learning point, bub.
Well, all I'm learning is how much I don't want to be here.
Oh, lighten up. It's kind of nice down here.
Since we activated that, I guess we're going to move on past it.
Nobody's going to try to collect the gold or anything like that.
I'll collect all the gold that after ensuring there's
Tabuu
no-
ain't touching shit.
You try to collect all the gold, but you only find 35 pieces. You weren't able to find it all.
That's okay.
Rounding the corner, you enter a large drain at the intersection of many sewer tunnels. In the center of the room, atop a throne of discarded junk, is a human woman draped in a thin black veil. Hundreds of rats envelop her lower body, nuzzling her against her protectively.
Well, look what we got here, boys. I think we found our rat king. Hello, my dearie. Are you causing the plague?
Gargan smells something fishy, and it's not the sewers.
The dame wore a veil, and it wasn't just for show. She was crying like a rat eating onions. Under that lace, she had hair so red it would burn you if you got too close. More freckles than stars in the sky, and legs that went on for days. They looked like that. They did. It was hard to tell under all those rats. It's my perfect woman. That's my perfect woman. The Rat King seems to be distraught for some reason. And she looks over at you and she says, "How did you find me?"
Oh, this boy right here.
And Taboo's gonna push the halfling.
He gone.
He gone. What do you mean
gone.
You gotta say these things.
He gone. No, I wanted he gone. Like you try to poke for him.
Oh, it's like
and he gone.
It's like in an anime where they look and there's like that ding ding and the empty space.
Yeah, he gone. He not there no more.
Well, that's unfortunate. We had a little friend.
Gargan, understand why your name is Tabuu.
We had a little buddy, little halfling turning into rat. He showed us the way here. And now we're all down here with you.
You shouldn't be here.
Well, neither should you.
That's what I'm saying.
Neither should you, dearie. Tell me, are you causing the plague?
You've got to be kidding me. How dare you?
Listen, they
Gargan
listen.
would like to know your name.
My name is Cat. Cat Brisby.
How ironic, Tony.
Cat Brisby.
Brisby,
Gargan recognizes last name.
your last name is familiar indeed. So if you're not causing the plague, who is?
Probably that lady of the plague.
Gargan wonders,
Don't.
do you have relation to someone with a similar last name?
My father passed recently.
Well, that's too bad. Was it because of the plague?
He was murdered.
You don't say.
By who? 3 guesses, the first 2 don't count. The lady of the plague, what a bitch.
Gargan's gonna slap the prince across the face.
I love the prince's fixation.
Take a roll. Fucking roll.
Oh God, save Prince.
Yeah, that's an 18 against AC.
Yep.
1d6.
Yeah, that's gonna be...
Plus strength.
That's gonna be 7 points of damage, my friend.
Neato.
You're a wow, Chris.
Nito torpedo.
Wow.
Prince need calm down.
You need to stop smacking people around, I think.
And Gorgon, whatever your fucking name is, needs to spend about 5 months in my father's dungeon.
Gargan would like to see half your soldiers try. And Tabuu should not talk unless he wants sane treatment.
Go fuck yourself. Now, back to business.
Before Gargan believes we saw your father before we ended up down here.
There's some side to us, isn't it?
Gargan would like to know how your father died.
I would like to know that as well.
I happen to be a private investigator. Maybe I can investigate why he was murdered.
Tabuu should not investigate anything. He tried licking your father's blood the last time we saw him.
That's called investigating? What do you know of investigating?
No, that seems more like something akin to taste testing.
Testing, investigating. Potato, tomato, potato, tomato. My dear, I promise you, I'll find the murderer. We've been on this case anyway. Only makes sense that we continue.
What did you roll on your investigation check?
For what?
Oh, you know what? Roll a history check.
Nat 20.
You remember, looking at the body, it appeared to have rat bites on it from head to toe.
Well, my dear, I can tell you your father was killed by rats. Or at least, he had rat bites all over him.
You see her knuckles turn white. How dare she? How dare she?
She who?
She.
Will this be the Lady of the Plague?
That's none of my business.
Oh, come now. We need to know these facts so we can solve this mystery.
Can you roll a persuasion check?
That was an 11.
Come now, dearie. You can trust us.
You know she's planning on releasing a new strain of the plague today on the Salvation Parade.
Well, shit.
Well, look at that. Exactly who we thought it was. For the record, I stood up for you earlier. I've always liked you, Rat King.
So, all we have to do is find the Lady of the Plague and kill her. Yes? Agreed? All right.
Before you go, here. Somehow, her rats have collected that potion from the temple. And they hand it to...
My deepest gratitude. Thank you so very much, and he's going to drink it.
She summons a rat. And this rat is albino. It's white with red eyes. Lucian, lead them. Lead them to the surface. And the rat chitters, and you can hear him grind his teeth a little bit, and he takes off down the sewers.
Gargan immediately takes off after the rat, barreling over whoever's in his way.
Thank you, my dear. We've appreciated your cooperation.
And Tabuu takes off running after them.
As you guys come out of the sewers, you discover that the Salvation Parade is in full swing.
Oh, well, this is unfortunate. We gotta stop this before the plague takes hold. Wouldn't you say?
Throngs of Illuminator worshippers fill the streets, and they're handing out blankets and care baskets to the rat pox afflicted bystanders along the curb. The kind murmurs of the marchers soon give way to startled shrieks as the crowd parts, and a fearsome woman with a beaked mask appears above them, holding a glass vial above her head. Her cloak billows behind her dramatically, although there is no wind. She was madder than a hobgoblin trapped in a barrel. But something about her said she wasn't ready to drop that vial. Maybe it was the smoke getting in her eyes. But I could have sworn she was crying behind that mask.
I want to know who the fucking narrator is, damn it.
It's Ray.
You're in every scene just off in the corner of the shadows. Cigar going, your fedora bent down over your eyes, and whatever, just narrating.
The Lady of Plagues is flanked by 6 cultist henchmen. As the crowd scatters around her, she screams this information. How quick the Rat King was to blame the Lady of Plagues for her own misfortune. Quick to blame, to label, to put her in a box. Now her people will suffer for her presumptions.
Or maybe they're going to suffer because the Lady of the Plague is a bitch and is going to make them deal with another strain, huh?
This is the cure for the Rat King's disease. Are you going to believe me, the Lady of Plagues, the person that you've been praying to for all this time for salvation? Or are you going to believe 3 upstarts who know nothing about what's going on?
Upstart? That's...
I know a lot about what's going on. I'm the Crown Prince, you bitch.
A celebrity.
Celebrity?
Not a true prince.
And you're a false goddess.
Do you think that he would slum it with us low lives? Do you think that he would actually do that? No.
You are, in fact, a false goddess. A zealot of your own making. You're a hypocrite. Saving no one. Just causing pain everywhere. And you enjoy it. You and I both know you do. I see it in your eyes. You don't want to save anyone. You just want to cause
How
chaos.
dare you? How dare you?
How dare I? How dare you?
It's not like your name's Healer of the Plague. It's Lady of the Plague.
I have finally decided to take mercy on you people. And this is the gratefulness that you give me. As you start talking, the people start looking at her with looks of mistrust. Why did you bring the plague down? Why are you hurting people like us?
She just wants to turn you all into rats. Little playthings of hers.
They start throwing garbage at her.
The garbage queen you are. This is most entertaining.
Suddenly, hundreds of thousands of rats pour out of the sewers, and they swarm after the cultists. And the Lady of Plague, seeing that her cultists, that there's mayhem now in the streets, rushes toward you guys, and you're gonna have to roll initiative.
Initiative?
Beat that bitch.
You think you're gonna beat that bitch? I'm gonna slap that bitch.
I'll slap her so hard, I'll make her ancestors dizzy.
Let's go around the room.
Alright. Taboo got a 10.
Gargan got a 12.
The prince got an 8.
Gargan, you're up first.
Gargan, getting completely tired of all this chit-chat, is going to draw his great axe and charge this bitch. And he's got himself 21 against AC.
Yep.
12 points of damage. Slashing.
Taboo, it's your turn.
Okay. Taboo is going to point his finger at the bitch, his middle finger, and cast Hex on her.
Cast the hex on you.
Until it ends, I deal an extra
cast a spell on you.
I deal an extra 1d6 necrotic damage to her whenever I hit her with an attack.
Is that, like, just something that happens?
It's
Okay.
concentration for up to an hour. Also, I choose... Give me a second.
Pikachu.
Strength. I'm going to go with strength. No. Scratch it. I'm going to go with dexterity. Final answer, dexterity. Any dexterity check she makes, she has to make with disadvantage.
Okay.
For my concentration. And that was a bonus action, so I'm going to run at her with my quarterstaff, two-handed, and smack this bitch.
That, you can't do that as a bonus action.
Hex? It's literally a bonus action.
Hex is a bonus action?
Yeah, Hex is
Okay,
a bonus
go ahead.
action. Quarterstaff! Which was the Mighty Morphin quarterstaff, but what do you do? That's a 15 against AC.
Yep.
Cool. So that is 5 bludgeoning damage and 5 necrotic damage.
Okay. Yeah, she ain't looking too good.
Why don't you get fucked, you little bitch?
Alright, it's your turn.
Damn, she had a bad fucking start to her game, huh? He's gonna pull out his wand and cast Firebolt. 21 against AC.
Fuck, yeah.
Okay. 3 fire damage.
She's dead.
Woo! Wow.
So,
We
I did
beat
it.
the absolute shit out of this bitch.
So, she unceremoniously falls on the ground and
with a burning hole in her chest.
with a burning hole in her chest, and she's dead.
Some lady of the plague you were. And he spits on her.
That was fun. We should do that again. Again.
On her, you find a cloak of billowing and several vials of ratpox antidote.
Taboo will take the rat pox antidote.
I gotta see if there's...
I'm guessing the prince wants the cloak of billowing.
What does it do?
It just
Actually,
billows.
Gargan's going to take the cloak of billowing and I'll just put it on.
You mean the handkerchief of billowing?
Whatever you want to call it.
I wouldn't be caught in that diseased thing, but if you want it, by all means, go ahead and have it.
Gargan would be happy to throw you in the river so you can bathe.
They say I have a lot of problems, but you're a very violent person.
Gargan just like fighting.
As soon as you guys killed the Lady of Plagues, the rats seemed to dissipate, and the cultists were picked clean, and there's no sign of them. The parade goers and the people affected by the plague are stunned. They have no idea what just happened, and they're all standing around looking at you looking at you for some explanation of what just happened.
Oh, it's a lot to take in, I understand. She had a new plague she was going to give to all of you. Make you all rats even faster, more efficiently. Make you all those little furry critters. But, we stopped her. So don't worry, you can go about your business as usual, and the plague should be ending pretty soon.
What happened to the vial?
What fire? Oh, you mean the plague she had?
Yeah, what happened to it? Where'd it go?
That's a mystery for another time.
Gargan's just going to kind of look around at the crowd, turn, and start walking towards the nearest shop.
Did I just steal your thunder there, Ray?
There are no shops open. You are in a quarantine zone, and there are no shops open!
I said the nearest shop. I didn't say it had to be
You're gonna probably
in the
walk like a couple
quarantine zone.
miles.
He's just walking off. He's got his own
Alright.
shit to do.
I guess he's splitting from the party. I guess the party's done.
You guys aren't gonna... Okay.
Wait.
What happened to getting your gold?
Oh, Taboo's gonna go get his gold.
Gargan think we should probably collect reward for ending this plague.
Oh, well, of course.
And
We'll sing songs about
Gargan's taking your share for attacking him earlier.
Ha! You're funny.
So you guys walk back to the head city watch station, and still sitting at her desk, filing papers away, is Captain Morrow.
Hello, Captain. We solved the plague.
Did you know?
Oh, yes. We killed the Lady of the Plague and
Good riddance.
got antidotes.
Well, that's marvelous news.
Indeed. So, we'll be taking our reward now, please.
She says, "Oh, yeah, of course. Could I have that antidote first?"
Oh, of course.
He hands her one of the bottles of antidote. One of the vials.
Okay, yeah. And she plops 3 bags of gold on the table.
Well, thank you.
Taboo takes it.
Question: whatever happened to the young rapscallion that left off with us? I left partway through. Did he come back in here?
I think his name was Luck.
Yeah, my guards found him. He was in rough shape, but I think that he's going to live.
Indeed. Whatever happened to that?
Wonderful to hear it.
What happened to
What happened to him?
We had a little run-in with Balthazar.
Balthazar?
That's
Balthazar the bastard.
I will have that beholder by his eye stalks for causing this to one of my watchmen. Thank you for telling me this. A couple weeks after the whole incident happened, the head alchemist of the city figured out what this antidote was made of, and he created more than enough to cure everyone who was affected by the rat pox, and enough to put in storage just in case something else was to happen. The vial was taken by Lucian to the Rat King, where she promptly hid it away where it could never hurt anybody ever again.
The disease has been cured, people's safety assured. This tale from Prydia has now come unfurled. Return here next year so that you may hear another dark and haunted tale from this world. Ha 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 ha.